No one saw this coming. While the world was busy hyping the next battery breakthrough and electric mile-range wars, Koenigsegg quietly built something that just shattered the entire EV industry. And it's not electric. At the Geneva Motor Show, Christian von Koenigsegg unveiled a motor so powerful, so compact, and so radically different, it doesn't just compete with EVs, it erases their core advantages and flips the future of cars on its head. This isn't just another hybrid or electric powertrain. This is the dark matter motor, a machine so advanced it could kill the EV era before it even matures. If you think electric is the only way forward, prepare to be shocked. Stick with me, because what you're about to hear will change everything you thought you knew about cars and the industry that's driving us all into tomorrow. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want the fastest, most jaw-dropping automotive revelations delivered straight to your feed. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. The Geneva Motor Show was supposed to be predictable. Everyone came expecting sleek EV prototypes, over-polished battery tech, and recycled buzzwords about sustainability. The media was already writing their headlines. Faster charging, new lithium breakthrough, another Tesla killer. But then Koenigsegg rolled in. No warning, no leaks, just one car, one sound, and a moment that changed the automotive timeline forever. It didn't whisper. It roared. And in that instant, the silence of the EV revolution cracked wide open. Standing at the center of it all was Christian von Koenigsegg, looking less like a car executive and more like a mad scientist who just broke the speed of light. Behind him, a machine growled, not with the low hum of electric motors, but with a tone that felt alive. It didn't sound like the future everyone was promised. It sounded like the future no one saw coming. They called it dark matter, a hybrid motor so compact it fits in a carry-on, so powerful it eclipses anything on the road, and so mechanically pure it makes traditional EVs feel like silent toys. Journalists froze. Engineers whispered. CEOs panicked. Because what Koenigsegg unveiled wasn't just an engine, it was a reckoning. This wasn't a rebrand or a refresh. It wasn't a clever way to package the same tech in a shinier shell. This was a full-blown assault on the assumptions holding up the entire EV industry. And it came from a company with fewer employees than most automakers have janitors. But let's be honest, this wasn't out of character. Koenigsegg has never played by the rules. While mainstream manufacturers dump millions into autonomous driving software, Koenigsegg is handcrafting speed itself. They're not trying to remove the driver from the experience. They're trying to amplify the human-machine connection until it becomes symphonic. Other companies worship software updates. Koenigsegg worships physics. They don't chase trends. They chase perfection. That philosophy runs through every bolt, every weld, every molecule of carbon fiber. And now, it's culminated in the dark matter powertrain, something so far beyond conventional hybrid systems, it might as well be an alien artifact. Forget the old definition of hybrid. This isn't a Prius. It's not a compromise. It's not a step toward something else. It's the final form. Let's talk numbers, because they don't even sound real. 800 horsepower. 922 lb-ft of torque. 0 gears. No transmission. No clutch. No lag. Just pure, instant acceleration from 0 RPM. This thing isn't measured in 0 to 60. It's measured in shock waves. And the best part? It made its debut inside a monster that was already rewriting history, the Koenigsegg Jesko. The Jesko, for the uninitiated, isn't just a car. It's a mechanical supernova, originally built with a 5.0L twin-turbo V8 and a multi-clutch transmission so advanced it didn't even need gears in the traditional sense. It was already untouchable. But Koenigsegg wasn't satisfied. So they ripped out the transmission, ripped out the KDD system, and replaced it with dark matter, a motor so advanced, it made their own world-beating drivetrain look obsolete. Let that sink in. Koenigsegg just deleted their own masterpiece and said, "We can do better." The result? 1,400 horsepower delivered with no shifts, no surges, no lag. Just a single, uninterrupted wave of acceleration that feels like it bends time. The Jesko doesn't accelerate anymore. It warps. But here's the real question. Where did this motor come from? How does a boutique Swedish company beat Porsche, Rimac, and Tesla at their own game? The answer is simple. They disappeared. While the rest of the industry obsessed over battery chemistry and lobbying regulators, Koenigsegg went dark. No press releases. No flashy prototypes. Just pure, undistracted engineering. Inside a hidden lab surrounded by frozen lakes and pine forests, a handful of engineers got to work on a powertrain that didn't fit any category. They weren't trying to make a better EV. They were trying to break the simulation entirely. They named it dark matter because what they were building didn't conform to known rules. This wasn't an electric motor. It wasn't a gas engine. It wasn't a hybrid. It was something else. A 6-phase radial flux e-motor. Axially cooled silicon carbide inverter. Oil-cooled stator. No rare earth magnets. No clutch. No gears. No compromise. And yet, somehow, it delivers torque with the ferocity of a jet engine and the precision of a Swiss watch. They weren't trying to impress governments. They weren't building for tax credits or greenwashing press conferences. They were building the future in silence. Christian von Koenigsegg didn't want headlines. He wanted hegemony. And when the veil finally lifted in Geneva, the world saw it. The motor industry didn't just flinch. It staggered. Because this wasn't just another disruptive moment. This was a declaration. The EV age is no longer inevitable. There's now a third path, a darker, faster, leaner path paved not with lithium or legislation, but with torque, logic, and defiance. And Koenigsegg just lit the fuse. The explosion had a name. They called it dark matter for a reason, not because it was mysterious, but because it redefined the mass-to-energy ratio like something torn from a physics textbook and rewritten in Koenigsegg ink. A 6-phase radial flux electric motor with axial cooling. The kind of sentence that would send a mechanical engineer into a frenzy. But the specs don't just live on paper. They live in reality, all 800 horsepower of it. It's the size of a watermelon. Seriously. A motor that small, that angry, that compact, and yet it delivers instant torque from a standstill. No spooling. No build-up. No software-stitched illusion of speed. Real, relentless torque at 0 RPM. There are no rare earth magnets to mine. No clutch packs. No gears to snap. It's just output, brutal, clean, unfiltered power flowing through a silicon carbide inverter, cooled with oil, built to take the kind of sustained punishment that would melt most drivetrains into puddles of regret. And here's the terrifying part. It's modular. This isn't some hypercar-only experiment locked away in $1 million carbon shell. Koenigsegg designed the dark matter to be plug-and-play, the kind of thing you could drop into a sedan, a supercar, or even an SUV without redesigning the whole vehicle. You're not looking at the next hypercar drivetrain.